Is there a motion to adopt resolution number 2025-2026-31, celebrating America's 250th anniversary?
So moved.
I'll second.
Candy, thank you, Jeanette. Any discussion?
I just have a couple of questions. I would like to know if we can move this to a committee, because I feel like I would like to have actual conversation about this, and I don't know that we're going to be able to get this done in the 20-minute mark that we have, and I would like this to not drag on all night. So I was hoping we could take this to committee. I had something come up, and I wasn't able to get my recommendations in, and they've since changed since the original. So I'm hoping that I can work with somebody on this to work on some of the language. I feel like some of it has had a semantic shift, and I would like to make sure that this language is inclusive of everyone, and I would like just to work on this with somebody.
Well, since the school year is almost over, I think it would behoove us to have the conversation here so that we could move forward quicker.
I mean, I can meet with somebody tomorrow. It's not like I'm not asking for weeks ahead. I mean, I'm ready with my changes, but I just don't think.
You know what you're.
I am, but it's kind of complicated, so I don't know that it's going to take the 20 minutes just to explain. And I just have questions about it, so I would hope that we could. I mean, I would like to give a committee another chance so that we can show that we can work effectively together. And I want to just have an actual conversation, because I feel like sometimes when we're in this situation, we can't.
Right here, right now?
Yeah, I think that's the best idea. Let's just get it done so that we can have it more time for preparation.
But am I going to be withheld to a 20-minute time standard when I'm genuinely saying I need more time than that?
Okay, you can have time.
Okay, thank you.
You want to start?
Yeah, no, I can start, absolutely. So I went through it, and I went through the updated one so that I wasn't, wasting time. But in the second paragraph, I do think that there is some question about the guided by faith and conviction, and I would like that changed to driven by profound conviction and the pursuit of liberty. There's a lot of cross-outs, there's a lot of slight changes, so what I would like to read as, whereas the founders, driven by profound conviction and the pursuit of liberty, established a nation dedicated to self-governance and the unalienable rights of all as articulated in our founding documents. And it was missing the word "and" after that.
Oh, they all are missing "and."
A number of them are, not all of them.
Consuelo, do we have any hard copies of this document?
It was in the agenda.
It's in the agenda.
It was in the agenda.
It was loose, so I must have left it at home.
Oh.
Because it's not in my book. But I can share.
The way that, just for logistical purposes, this draft was a result of combining a few recommendations, and so it's not really owned by any one person.
I understand. Yeah.
Which I'm pointing out only because in order to come up with it's not like it was drafted by one person and we can say, do you accept that change? It would have to be something that we collectively agree, which we can only move forward if we just straight vote, not like action item vote, but just okay, we just heard an edit. Would everybody like to accept that? And then we all vote. And then that way we can move forward or not.
So would anybody like me to read it again?
Yes, please.
Okay. Whereas the founders, driven by profound conviction and the pursuit of liberty, established a nation dedicated to self-governance and the unalienable rights of all, as articulated in our founding documents, and. It just kind of rearranges a couple of things.
I'm okay with that.
So you're taking out the word faith?
Yes, only because they were different faiths, and I feel like right now, again, there's been some semantic shifts, and I just really think that, we don't know what they were driven by, but really, if it was their faith or if it was their conviction, but it just felt a lot more inclusive that way.
Okay, can you read it one more time?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Whereas the founders, driven by profound conviction and the pursuit of liberty, established a nation dedicated to self-governance and the unalienable rights of all as articulated in our founding documents and.
All right, so we can bring it to a vote then?
I just have one question, because this was in the original. Where did this whereas come from?
There were 3 different submitted drafts. One came from Member Olson, Member Wilson also provided, and then President Rendler provided. And so it's a combination of all 3. So I'd have to look at everybody's draft and know exactly where that sentence came from. But everybody's here who helped, so you could say, well, you could say your opinion on whether you accept that, don't accept that, and then we do need to just ask if there are at least 3 of you that agree with it or don't agree with it, and then we can move on to the next.
Once again, I can go back to a committee. I'm happy to give everybody a copy of my draft to see.
I think we should vote on the edits one by one and get through it.
I'm just visual. You're learning that.
Right, so are we just going to do
I would say we could do a thumbs up because this is not an action. We're working on a draft. Ultimately, we'll have to make a motion.
Okay, well, did anybody have any changes, suggestions to that?
I like guided by faith because we were one nation founded under God. So it doesn't push a religion or push religion on anybody. The founders were founded one nation under God, indivisible. So I like it. So I would put my thumb down on the recommendation. I prefer to keep it how it is.
And I'm okay to change with the comments from Melissa.
I'd like to keep it the way it's written. I like it. I like the way it is written. So
this is exactly why
I guess, my preference would be to keep it the way it is. So
I'm sure I would like to vote on this. I would like this to move forward with everyone's blessing, and I would really appreciate if we had an opportunity to discuss this. And we are one thing in, and we're already having an issue, which is why I would like to sit down and have a discussion. I don't want to have this discussion on the dais when it's going to take forever.
Well, the problem with that I see, Melissa, is you can only have the discussion with one other board member, right?
Yeah. I'm happy to give my notes to someone else. If Patty wants to do it, I'm happy to do that. And I don't think what did it take us, an hour when we did it the last time?
I don't know, but I can guarantee you I'll probably have comments, though, when it comes back. So that was my thinking. Why not just do it now?
I think we had the majority of us agreeing to hammer it out now. So we've gotten through the first
we haven't, though.
2 paragraphs, and then what's the next one?
We haven't, though, because we haven't come to an agreement.
We had a majority in agreement to leave it how it is.
How is it going to be phrased?
How it is. It's going to stay.
Add
now,
the word "and" at the end.
What about your
because it's
next
missing the end.
suggestion?
Okay. Is there any point to this, then?
Yes. We don't know what you have to add.
Okay.
What's the next one?
So I don't like this pledge their lives. They didn't sacrifice themselves. So why is that staying in?
Where? Which?
In the first paragraph.
The first one?
Pledge their lives to establish.
Oh, the second one. Okay.
Well, I don't know. Maybe there's a different word, but I think the intent is that they pledge to
How about pledge to establish?
do everything they can during their lifetime to
I'm fine with
establish.
that. If you want to say pledge to establish, that sounds fine.
Ah, thank you.
Do you want to do that, Melissa?
Thank you.
Does anyone?
Yeah, I'll take one.
They pledge.
A nation dedicated to self-governance and the unalienable rights of all.
I haven't. Thank you.
and I don't know that enshrined is the right word, articulated, it's there's lots of documents.
What paragraph are you on now?
Still the first one. Well, it's the second one, yeah. It's the second paragraph.
As what in our founding documents? What's the word?
As articulated in our founding documents.
Articulated? Okay, I like that. Are you guys okay with that?
Yeah, I'm fine with
As
that.
articulated in our founding documents, and whereas Americans' history is one of perseverance, sacrifice, and achievement, in which generations of patriots have defended our freedoms, advanced prosperity, and upheld the blessings of liberty.
I did have changes on that. Whereas America's history is a 250-year narrative of perseverance, sacrifice, and either great or significant achievement, during which generations of Americans from all backgrounds have defended our freedoms, worked to broaden the reach of blessings of liberty, and the blessings of liberty is, since it's taken from a document, it should have quotations in it.
I'm sorry, can you
Yeah.
read that one?
Whereas America's history is a 250-year narrative of perseverance, sacrifice, and great or significant achievement. I didn't have a preference on the word. During which generations of Americans from all backgrounds have defended our freedoms, worked to broaden the reach of blessings of liberty, and.
I like generations of patriots, but all the other changes I don't mind.
I feel like generations of patriots is a very loaded word right now, and patriots is a very loaded word right now.
Being patriotic?
No, patriots.
I like Americans of various backgrounds.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I mean, it still conveys the sentiment. It felt like a very loaded word.
What's wrong with a patriot?
I just said there are some words that have had a semantic shift. And I don't think anything's wrong with patriots. I just say...
The word for some people.
Said it was loaded.
Yes, it is.
Loaded with what?
It's a trigger word for some people. America's history is...
I had changed it to a 250-year narrative because, I mean...
I like that.
Because it's not just... I'm not married to it. It was a suggestion. I just thought it sounded nice.
Read it one more time, please.
I don't think I like that word narrative. Like it sounds...
It's a story. I mean, it's a story that we didn't... I mean, all of it's a narrative, really.
Yeah, I don't really like the word narrative either. Sounds odd.
America's 250-year history.
America's history...
It already says history in
Oh,
front.
there you go.
America's 250-year history.
Oh, to put
So
it
then-
Okay, how about America's history encompasses 250 years of perseverance, sacrifice, and great and significant achievement.
Okay, I like that.
Say it again.
America's history is one of 250 years of perseverance, sacrifice, and achievement.
Sacrifice and either great or significant achievement.
That America's history encompasses 250 years.
Of perseverance, sacrifice, and I felt like adding great or significant in front of achievement.
About significant achievement. I like that. Which generations of Americans...
During which generations of Americans from all backgrounds
have defended our freedoms, advanced prosperity, and upheld the blessings of liberty. And
I did take out advanced prosperity just because, I mean, it felt a little weird right now. We have...
I don't know, but that's what we did through the years.
But this is like encompassing the entire, so I had just removed it.
I like it just because I think that's what happened. The 250 years, prosperity. Everyone was prospering and they were advancing it for people and by working together, and I like it.
And then there goes the and if blessings of liberty should have quotations in it.
Why?
Because it's taken from a founding document. I would imagine that's the phrasings.
I didn't take that from any document, so
It's taken from a.
it wasn't
Founding
intended to, as a
document.
quote. So I wouldn't recommend the quotes.
Okay, so that one reads, whereas America's history encompasses 250 years of perseverance, sacrifice, and significant achievement, during which generations of Americans
Of all
of
backgrounds.
all backgrounds, of many backgrounds?
All.
Of all backgrounds?
I had us all.
Okay. Defend our freedom, advance prosperity, and upheld the blessings of liberty. And, are we okay with that? Okay.
That works for me.
All right, we're good. Next, whereas instilling respect for our flag, Constitution, and founding principles in each new generation is vital to persevering the Republic and its values.
So I have, whereas cultivating a deep understanding of our Constitution, comma, national symbols, which would include the flag, but it would also include things like the eagle, the olive branch, the arrows, just, it was kind of all encompassing. So, whereas cultivating a deep understanding of our Constitution, national symbols, and founding principles in each new generation is essential to the health of our Republic and the preservation of its democratic values, and...
I really like to keep respect for our flag in there. I don't like removing that. Our American
It's cultivating a deep understanding of our national symbols.
flag. I just like it to say our flag.
Do that and then say, and respect for our flag.
Yeah.
And respect for our flag.
Well, that's why this flag is a national symbol, but there are multiple, so we're limiting this to the Constitution and the flag.
So I liked the part that you said without taking out the flag, adding what you said. Symbol, what, I can't remember how you
Say
phrased
it again.
Whereas cultivating a deep understanding of our Constitution, national symbols, and founding principles in each new generation is essential to the health of our Republic and the preservation of its democratic values, and...
Yes, I think we need to leave the respect for the flag in there, either on the back
then-
end or the front end.
I mean, then I would think it would need to go after either the Constitution or the national symbols.
Now, when you say that part about the national symbols, put it right after that. And respect for the flag.
And I liked the word you added about understanding the Constitution.
Cultivating a deep understanding of our Constitution.
I like that.
I mean, it's important to note that this is just a resolution to celebrate the 250th. So, like every little, every
Rayla, did you get that?
word isn't quite.
I'm sure she'll go back.
Okay.
Well,
want me to
that's
read it
what
again?
I was thinking when there were some comments from the public. This is not meant to be a history lesson. It's just meant to recognize that we've come this far, and it's not meant to indicate that everything's perfect in our country, but that we've come this far and made a lot of achievements, and that the schools will do something to teach the kids that and acknowledge it.
But we should recognize, but we should also recognize, like today too, and look at everything, recognizing the 250 years.
But when you say this isn't a history lesson, I mean, this quite literally says that there will be lessons on it.
We're going to celebrate a lot.
I couldn't hear you.
When you said that this wasn't a history lesson, quite literally is description of how this is supposed to be a lesson, include lessons on.
No, she's talking about this resolution. So,
This is a document, but
Yes.
each school site can determine how they want
Yeah.
to uphold this,
you
whether
read
it's
that
a
whole thing
lesson.
again?
Yes. Whereas cultivating a deep understanding of our Constitution, whereas cultivating a deep understanding of our Constitution, national symbols, respect for our flag, and founding principles in each new generation is essential to the health of our Republic and the preservation of its democratic values, and...
Are good?
okay.
We good?
She kept the flag, so that's good.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
All right. Whereas schools play a critical role in teaching students to honor America's founding principles, respect the sacrifices made for our freedoms, and recognize our nation's triumphs and challenges as a force for good worth preserving. And
Okay.
Wait, you know what? I have a comment. Jeanette just mentioned that we are a republic, actually. We're not a democratic society.
It says essential to the health of our republic and the preservation of its democratic values.
Oh, democratic values?
We're a democracy.
We're a democracy.
No, we're a republic. So,
And it says the health of our republic, and we are a democracy, so the democratic values.
not
That's
a
how we want.
democracy. We're a republic. So
Why not just say and
why not
its
just,
values?
yeah.
It says both because
But we're not both. We're a republic.
we are, though.
We're represented.
I think we should just leave it with
Can we just put values?
the republic and its values. Okay, of its values, of America's values.
Its values.
Just, it's values.
I like the republic and its values. Jeanette likes it.
Essential to the health of our republic and the preservation of its values.
Yeah.
Okay, whereas public schools, not schools, public schools, because we have no governance over other schools. Whereas public schools play a critical role in preparing students to engage in history, honoring its triumphs, learning from its challenges, and recognizing the enduring value of our democratic institutions. And
I don't really like the democratic institutions part, but I don't mind the rest.
Wait, say that whole thing again, because I missed part of it.
whereas public schools play a critical role in preparing students to engage in history, honoring its triumphs, learning from its challenges, and recognizing the enduring value of our democratic institutions.
Challenges?
Learning from its
Yeah,
challenges.
teaching students to honor America's founding principles was removed.
Respect for the sacrifices. Was that in there?
Engage.
It was simplifying, honoring its triumphs, learning from its challenges. It was just simplifying it.
I like teaching students to honor America's founding principles. I think that's important because we teach the students.
But I think it goes further than that. We're supposed to prepare them to engage with society.
How about teaching and preparing students to honor America's founding principles?
Honor and engage.
I liked what you had said. No, I didn't write it all down. Something about engaging in history. Something.
Engage in history, honoring its triumphs, learning from its challenges, and recognizing the enduring value of our democratic institutions.
And I really don't like the democratic institutions part.
What if we add in preparing and teaching students to engage in history and then just keep everything else the same and to honor America's founding, like keep the rest of it the same?
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
How are you going to teach someone to respect sacrifices made for our freedom?
Can we change
I
this?
think you can. Sorry. No, I just wanted to say, how are you going to teach somebody to respect the sacrifices made for our freedom? I think you can, speak to them, but in teaching a whole history on it, but I don't know that you're going to be able to teach respect on that.
And you just say, teach about the sacrifices made for our freedoms? You could say that. You could teach about the sacrifices made.
Well, we're already
Teach.
saying preparing and teaching, so
Okay.
we could just say
Educating.
the founding principles, comma, the sacrifices made for our freedoms.
Yeah, there you go.
And,
Just get rid of respect the.
yeah.
This last part, as a force for good worth preserving. Can we change that somehow?
I had taken out entirely. That's why That's why I had rewritten it, just to simplify
it's
it.
worth preserving because we need to keep that. You can't just drop it off and say, okay, that was 250 years. Now we're going to start over.
And it says
It just doesn't sound right.
recognizing the triumphs
Serving
and
our-
challenges.
Preserving our history. That would keep it.
I think that's where the sentiment for the recognizing the enduring value of our democratic institutions came in.
So you're saying after challenges, preserving our history, comma,
Our history.
preserving our history. Read that all, make sure it sounds right.
I think I kind of lost where it
Do you
was.
kind of have it?
I don't.
Okay. Public schools play a critical role in preparing and teaching students to engage
Yeah.
to engage in history and to honor America's founding principles, the sacrifices made for our freedoms, and recognize our nation's triumphs and challenges,
Preserving our
preserving
history.
our history.
Wait, what was the last part?
Preserving our history.
And
And
Preserving our history.
Preserving our, well, we don't wanna-
recognize our nation's triumphs and challenges, comma, preserving our history.
No, I think, to me, the intent of it is to show that it's, I think you said something about it, Melissa, that it's worth preserving. I mean, I like that. Like, I can't remember what you said, but,
I didn't say that. That was the original.
no, I mean, I think you said something similar. But I think,
I had said my original was honoring its triumphs, learning from its challenges, and recognizing the enduring value of our democratic institutions.
yeah, that I liked, except enduring values of our republic.
But we live in that's not, I'm not, can you help me understand that? Because we live in a democracy. That's how we all got elected. Like,
We live in a constitutional republic.
I'm going to...
I think this is probably one of those situations where it's going to be a semantic shift, and I would
You could
just,
just put America in that place.
Is if I could just add, we are both technically, and so I don't know that we want to maybe argue like either one, but we have a representative democracy, which is a republic. Okay, which you can Google it, you can Chat GPT it, whatever you want. In the end, we're both. Okay. So I don't know what we want to include in here, but I don't know that we want to spend a lot of time just kind of arguing.
No, yeah,
The one right before it, we can say preserving the republic and our democratic process or something, if you want to just put them both in there. Sure. So they're both there in the one before that.
maybe just recognizing the enduring value of our institutions.
Oh, I thought that was going to say recognizing our nation's triumphs and
Yeah,
challenges
I think, but that's where Jeanette went back and said that she wanted it.
and preserving the history of America.
I want it to still reflect hope for preserving the good things that we've been able to do in the 250 years that we can.
Yeah, because it says recognize our nation's triumphs and challenges, preserving the history of America. We want to preserve that history.
Can't really preserve history.
You recognize it and you honor it and you preserve it and
Promote it. I mean, in some.
but this isn't to promote it. It's recognizing it, that this is what we're celebrating.
Recognizing our nation's triumphs and challenges.
Remember, this is just a resolution. I mean, we're not working on a board policy, so we just want
It's
to
just
celebrate.
valuable, though.
Recognize our
It's very
nation's
valuable, but I'm
triumphs.
just saying, like, the exact minutia of words isn't really that important. It's the idea of doing a celebration for our schools and for the 250th.
The sentiment is still there. I think I would just like to.
Just like I
People are going to look at it.
recognize our nation's triumphs and challenges and preserving the history of America. It's like
Good with that.
I'm good with that.
History is history.
Well, we do have to preserve our history so
Endure
we
it.
don't repeat it.
It's just what, it's history.
Sure. I'm fine with it.
Talking to Jeanette.
and In the next one, democratic principles is in that last one. So
I had changed it to process.
democratic process.
Yeah.
Okay, let's read that one.
Okay.
Are we all okay with the other one?
Sure.
Yes.
This one just says, whereas the Redlands Unified School District is committed to excellence in civic education, historical literacy, and fostering active student participation in the democratic process, as exemplified by our participation in Civic Learning Week and Civics Day.
Okay with that.
One more time.
Whereas the Redlands Unified School District is committed to excellence in, so it takes out strengthening, excellence in civic education, historical literacy, and crossing out student engagement, fostering active student participation in the democratic process, as exemplified by our participation in Civic Learning Week and Civics Day.
Logistically, we're saying a couple of different things. We're at that point now where the couple of ideas that are kind of drafted at the top is to either have a month
Right.
where sites will choose where in that month they will have a recognition. Then the other recommendation was to have sort of the whole semester from August through December for sites to choose when to do that. And so when we say Civic Learning Week and Civics Day, that is not going to match necessarily. And so it would either...
I think that's really showing just that we continue it on.
Just in
It's not,
bigger
it's
than-
an,
Well, exemplified through our yearly.
that's what I was going to suggest, that we that maybe it say something as demonstrated through activities such as Civics Learning Week
As
and Civics Day, or as demonstrated through recommended activities in, or something like that, where you don't read it and say we're having a civic learning, like there's a specific week or a day.
That's fine.
Okay.
And so that was my idea, going August through December, because we have some schools that do November always. Some schools want to do it at the beginning of the year. So,
but it's the clarification that they can do it at some point, that they have to do it August through December?
no, some point through that time.
The time frame.
Okay.
We want to decide that right now, whether we're going to go that time frame or we're going to choose a month.
I thought we were going to give them the flexibility.
Well, that's what we have to decide, because that's
I
part
think
of the
give them the
draft.
flexibility to work it in their schedule between the first semester.
That's fine.
Designate the first semester
First semester.
as American 250th Recognition Month.
Doesn't that
Or
mean
time.
it's the whole month? It's that whole period, though?
We're just recognizing the semester, and these schools can do it whenever they want in the semester.
It's open.
Gives more flexibility
They could do
if
4 times if
you
they
have a
want.
longer
That's
time
fine.
frame.
So they have yeah,
Is everybody good with that?
I'm fine with that.
semester.
Recognizes the first semester of 2026.
Yep.
And it could say as recognition of America's 250th year or something. I don't know, because we're not going to say months, because we're not doing it.
Yeah, we'll wordsmith it.
Yeah.
Recognition, just take out month.
So then number 2 at the bottom.
Number 2, the only thing I had was, and I did take out proudly, and I said formally, just because this is a formal recognition. Formally commemorates this anniversary by declaring declaring the first semester.
That's what I already changed.
First, I was on 1. So I messed up. Yeah. It's number 2. Formally commemorates this anniversary by declaring the first semester of 2026 as America's semi-quincentennial recognition month. Month needed to be capitalized.
Well, it's not
We
a
did
month.
first semester. We changed it to first semester.
Just say American
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
semi-sequential recognition.
My bad. I did take out the rest of that. I just figured leaving it at month was and.
Yeah, we don't need that other part to that sentence.
Okay, what's the next one?
Get cut off.
Expect schools to engage.
And can I just, so you took out everything after recognition?
Yeah.
I would just like to say for the public comment, the only reason I inserted student and staff energy is high is because of the comments we got at the last meeting that we don't want to rush our teachers and students during the end of the year when there's so much going on. So it's not meant as anything negative at all. It was meant to give them time, but taking it out is fine with me.
Okay, so then number 3, I just have, instead of expects, it's encourages schools to engage staff and students and families in age-appropriate opportunities to explore America's history and milestones such as assemblies, in-depth study of the Constitution and founding documents. I'm just going to read it, so I'll start over. Encourages schools to engage staff, students, and families in age-appropriate opportunities to explore America's history and milestones such as assemblies, in-depth study of the Constitution and founding documents, discussions on the history and evolution of self-governance, essay opportunities, projects honoring American heroes, events highlighting the contributions of diverse Americans, including those of various cultures, ethnicities, and social backgrounds who have shaped our nation. Excuse me. And I know that was a lot, so
I really don't like taking out honoring veterans. I like to leave the veterans in there, and I
just felt like including phrasing it as American heroes kind of broadened it.
Veterans and heroes, you could say. I think it's important to leave veterans in there, and also I really don't like the recurrent removal of patriotic. This is the whole point of the 250th is it's patriotism. It's instilling a love for our country. It doesn't mean that you have to love the administration or certain leaders in this day or that day. This is like a America thing. This isn't about politics, and because you frequently mention about what's happening with.
I never said it was.
Well, I just don't like removing
I'm just saying that I would like this to be inclusive, and whereas, yes, it could be. We've already had a couple people comment on it. There is some language that could be triggering to others. It may not be to you, and that's fine. You've already pointed out language that I've wanted, that I had in there that you found triggering, and I'm respecting that.
I think
what I'm saying is that it works both ways, and so this was just my suggested edits.
Well, I would like to suggest that we leave patriotic assemblies in there, and also I would not just say encourage, because we want the schools to do something. So maybe not expects, but would maybe require school to engage staff. The whole idea is to have each school do something, whether it's big or small or modestly priced. I wouldn't remove. You could say.
But that's what encourages. We're encouraging. We can't force them to do anything. Why would we want to imply that we're forcing them to do it? Encourages is.
But then it's optional.
Right.
So we don't want it to be optional.
Well, I mean,
hopefully they wouldn't think of it that way.
I think they. Yeah. Then why would it matter if we have expects or requires schools? I think that would be good, because then they know they're required to do something.
Encourages. I mean, it has positive connotation. Requires.
Yeah, encourages mean optional. And so then that's my suggestion, to leave expects or require, if that sounds nicer. And I also want to leave patriotic assemblies, and I would like to honor the veterans.
What if we change it, say schools will engage staff, students, and families?
Yeah, that's nice.
Sure. It's not like in your face.
Yes. Sure.
Schools will engage.
Yeah. And I like how someone mentioned civic. I think civic leaders got taken out.
That was a different one.
Okay, this is what I have, and tell me if I got something not right. Schools will engage staff, students, and families in age-appropriate opportunities to explore American history.
And milestones. Okay. What? Sorry. I had and milestones. History and milestones.
Oh, okay. I didn't get that, and milestones. Through activities and achievements celebrating Americans' history, such as patriotic assemblies, lessons on the Constitution, founding documents, discussions on the significance of liberty and self-governance, essay contests, projects honoring veterans and heroes, events highlighting the contributions of diverse Americans,
I had various cultures,
Americans of diverse
ethnicities, and social backgrounds.
Americans of diverse backgrounds who've helped shape our nation's history.
I did have an issue with the essay contests because I feel like that's a much larger commitment. And if they're providing an essay opportunity, that like an assignment, that would be fine. But a contest would require a much larger scale. A larger
just an
scale.
Example.
It says such as.
Well, not necessarily if we're, requiring them to do it. I mean, I know we changed the language, but
But it says such as.
an essay opportunity would still be.
But they don't have to do that. They can do whatever they want. That's just an example listed. Or if you want to say for example instead of such as, but that's what such as means, is for example.
About achievements that may include.
Sure.
Just to give ideas.
Optional.
Yes. A wide range of ideas so that it doesn't feel so stressful.
Lessons on the Constitution and founding documents, discussions on the significance, blah, blah, honoring veterans and heroes, highlighting the contributions of Americans with diverse backgrounds who've helped shape our nation's history.
Sounds
I just
good.
have who helped shape our nation. I think we throw history in there a lot, but
Okay, that sounds good to me.
Just leave it at nation?
nation.
Okay. Are you getting all this?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Read it again?
I think we got it.
We got it.
All right. Directs the superintendent to provide principals with flexible guidance. I didn't like optional. Flexible guidance. Sample activities, comma. And I didn't like free resources. I felt free was implying that we would just get them from everywhere. I thought curated resources was better. Because
What, and resources?
I just thought curated was nice because it would mean they were tailored to,
I just say and resources. I don't think it needs to be curated.
That's just two things changed in that one.
To support, instead of implementation, I said to support this commemoration while respecting the time and resources of our educators and staff.
The celebration?
Yeah, I just thought because it's not an official celebration, it was we're commemorating this, but I'm good with celebration if that's what you guys want to do.
Okay, so that sounds good.
Commemoration?
While respecting the time and resources of our educators and staff.
But I just didn't like the curated part. Can we leave that part out?
We already did.
Okay, cool.
Without adding significant costs or time burdens to school or staff.
All right.
What did you change that to?
To while respecting the time and resources of our educators and staff.
Yay, be it further resolved. Here we go. Did you have any concerns about that one?
I did.
Go ahead.
I was waiting for them to stop writing.
Respecting the time and resources.
Of our educators and staff. Be it further resolved that the Redlands Unified School District commits to using this semi-quincentennial, I crossed out as a platform, commits to using this semi-quincentennial to inspire students to, and crossed out, embrace the principles, inspire students to examine the ideals and intentions of the founders, fostering a deep appreciation for the civic responsibilities required to maintain a free society and encouraging them to carry forward the legacy of innovation, resilience, and progress. It was a lot, but I can...
You didn't like civic responsibility?
It is, it's just
What
moved
did you
over.
say after inspire students to, you took out embrace?
Embrace the principles. I put examine the ideals and intentions of the founders.
The deep appreciation for the sacrifices made for our freedoms. You got rid of that part?
Did, because we already mentioned it up top. So it was to encourage them to take part in their civic responsibilities that are required to maintain a free society and encouraging them to carry forward the legacy of innovation, resilience, and progress. And then and.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Like me to read it again?
No.
Be it further resolved that the Redlands Unified School District commits to using this semi-quincentennial to inspire students to examine the ideals and intentions of the founders, fostering a deep appreciation for the civic responsibilities required to maintain a free society, and encouraging them to carry forward the legacy of innovation, resilience, and progress. And
Just the part that I'm having trouble with is the examine the, you went
ideals and intentions. Because
embrace the ideals and intentions.
Yeah, embrace them.
well, I
Great.
just don't know that. I mean, I think those are discussion items. So we don't know what their thought process. We weren't there, so you can study them and come to your own conclusion on what their intentions were. But I don't know that you can just automatically embrace them. I think the whole point is to learn and to analyze it.
About to learn about.
Well, that's why I thought examine was, but
Examine just sounds very harsh to me. Study.
There we go. Study is it.
study the ideals and intentions. Fostering a deep appreciation for the civic responsibilities required to maintain a free society and encouraging them to carry forward the legacy of innovation, resilience, and progress.
I would like to keep in there, right after you said that first part, add and appreciation for the sacrifices made for our freedoms. Because I think that's very important.
Isn't that was already up there up on the top?
The sentence above. It's already included above.
And the one above?
Yep.
In a couple up,
Two above.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4.
it's 1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth paragraph includes it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last one. Be it further resolved that the Redlands Unified School District, I removed calls upon, because it felt very harsh. I put invites all members of the, and I listed everyone. I said Redlands, Loma Linda, Highland, Mentone, and San Bernardino communities to join in this commemoration and to commit to the principles that continue to guide our nation to a more perfect union.
Or as false. I think we should just keep it to community.
It should say members of our school communities.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to put that, but I just thought sometimes like there's a disconnect between some of our communities. They always feel because we're called Redlands Unified that we're only encompassing, like we focus on Redlands. So I thought it would be nice to name them.
Well, if you want to name them, you got to include all of them. So put Forest.
Okay, so I forgot Forest Falls. So
I think we should, to make it easy, just put district communities.
I agree.
That makes it easier.
okay. To join, but it was invites all members and then to join in this commemoration. But I guess it would have to reflect what we did above. I don't remember what we did.
We put
Commemoration.
and
Yeah.
celebration.
And then after commemoration, it was.
The title is celebrating, so that's why I thought it should be celebration, because the title is
So
celebrating.
do we want to change the top to commemorating America's 250th anniversary?
We're trying to have them
Celebrating.
celebrate. We
Okay.
want them to celebrate.
Celebrating on this one.
Yeah, it's a birthday party.
So wherever commemorative is up there, we need to change that to celebration or celebrate or whatever. Commemorate. I don't remember where it was.
Okay, Okay, so be it further resolved that the Redlands Unified School District invites all members of the district communities to join in this celebration. And then I had changed it to cross everything else out and recommit to the principles that continue to guide our nation to a more perfect union.
I'm good with that.
I liked liberty and justice, but in the advancement of getting this through, I don't mind.
So what did you say, Melissa, after?
And recommit to the principles that continue to guide our nation to a more perfect union.
Liberty, justice, freedom for all.
Yeah, those are the principles.
Nice. That's okay. I'm willing to go with it, just so that we can move forward.
Do you like that, Michelle?
Yeah, I missed part of it, so I'm trying to
Recommit to the principles that continue to guide our nation to a more perfect union.
And so you're taking out liberty, justice, and self-government?
I just changed it to the principles. 'Cause they
Liberty
were-
and justice for all.
Yeah, that's what I wrote.
Liberty and justice for all.
Recommit ourselves to the principles of liberty and justice for
For
all.
all.
Yeah, that's nice.
And then
Whatever to a more
Yeah.
perfect union that you said.
that continue to guide our nation to a more perfect union.
yeah.
Liberty and justice for all.
So to recommit ourselves to the principles of liberty and justice for all, and
And the principles that continue to guide our nation to a more perfect union, because otherwise it doesn't make sense.
To guide.
should we read that again, like how it's really going to say, look. If somebody has it written.
I don't have it written, but I think it was, be it further resolved that the Redlands Unified School District invites all members of the district communities to join in this celebration and recommit to, I'm sorry, it was liberty and justice for all,
Yes.
and the principles that continue to guide our nation to a more perfect union.
All right, how's that sound? Are we good?
Sounds good.
All right. Any more discussion on this? All right. Consuelo, and call for the vote.
Did you talk how long that took?
Yes, just to clarify though, what you would be voting on is the edited, all the
Draft.
agreements,
Yes.
which you don't technically have a draft in front of you, but you would be voting with the expectation that that's what you would see in front of you as an official resolution. Okay.
How long did it take?
40 minutes.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Voting?
Yes.
Oh, it's right here.
In progress.
Motion carried, 5-0.